Hi, I'm Barry John, and welcome back to Let's Play Descent Vertigo. I have two co-pilots, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Laylite, and I'm gonna have some chili soon.
Hi, I'm Mycroft Holmes, and we're doing this backwards.
I can see into the future.
Yeah, we did 12 before this, and then we figured out we didn't do 11.
So, welcome to level 11. And normally I try to cut out the save screens there, and I just must have forgot it this time. And god damn it, Thiefbot, get the hell away from me.
He's gonna go sell those quad lasers on the black market. You'll never see him again.
I can totally believe that.
So there's a bot that thieves from you?
Yep.
Yeah, there is a dedicated enemy in this game that steals your power-ups and your weapons.
And he's built like a brick tank. Yep. That's the mixed metaphor I'm going for here.
I don't know if
yeah, you can steal all kinds of things. Your weapons, your missiles, your invulnerability power-up.
I don't know if I'd call that good game design. That seems very frustrating for the player.
There's only one Thiefbot per level, and he doesn't respawn. So once he's dead, he's dead.
And you get your stuff back.
No, you only get the last two power-ups he stole from you back.
Ah.
The good news is that he's pretty cowardly, so if you're facing in his direction and you get to land some shots on him, he'll generally run away and leave you alone for a little while. But he's very hard to track down, because he's fast.
So if you ever see me just, like, you see my rear view mirror in the lower left there. So if you ever see me just randomly drop mines behind me, like red or gold things, that's because I'm expecting the Thiefbot to try to sneak up behind me and run into the mine.
Okay, now this is a mine, so these walls aren't meant to be meat.
I mean, yeah, they're not, but there's that's more of a complicated question than it might originally appear.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff behind those grates, though, I think that's supposed to be lava.
Yeah.
Even though it really doesn't look like lava.
Oh, this particular level is really big on secret doors and hidden walls and secret passages and whatnot, so it actually even has a full map power-up just to keep things under track.
Oh, speaking of walls made of meat, there's like a particular kind of, I want to say it's like quartz or something, that really looks like ground beef, and it's
I've seen pictures of it. It's really weird.
And here's that full map power-up I was just talking about.
Oh, nice.
So everything in white, Mycroft, is places I've seen or been. Everything in blue, haven't been there yet.
Okay.
We have our thin mints nicely stashed away in their box there, so we'll go pick those green hostages dots up later. So, I suppose because this level is called the Kiln, I guess they're going for kind of a fire theme without being too overt about it.
Okay, at the point of this recording, I have finished level 17 and am doing my practice runs of level 18. And I am sick and tired of the lava and the bright red walls.
Maybe that's what they should have done to mix things up. Use like the ice tile set walls, but still put lava all over the place.
I mean, we've complimented 90s game design. The one thing that they've stopped doing is putting lava everywhere.
Yep, can't have a game without a lava world. Can't have an expansion pack either, apparently. No, wait, I rescued those hostages wrong. Quick, we have to go back in time. It sounded like one of those sniper enemies was actually trying to fire on you there, but somehow you managed to just dodge it like it was nothing.
Yeah, I was just ahead of its tracking, so I got away
So,
with it.
I can see me getting really confused about everything, because I'm not used to thinking in 3D.
Yeah, I mean, the game will give you, like the base game will give you plenty of time to get used to the idea. The first couple of levels are kind of 2D-ish, with not too many ceiling or floor passages, but they definitely start expecting you to use the map after a while.
I mean, even me, the guy who's doing the LP of this, with I've been at this LP for, 2 years now, give or take? Like,
How many Descent games are there?
Okay, Descent 1 had 33 levels. Descent 2 had 30 levels. Descent Vertigo, which I'm playing through right now, has 23 levels, and I'm on level 12 plus... this is the 13th level, because I've got to include the secret levels. Out of 23. And then there's Descent 3. There's Descent 3 Mercenary. Then there's Overload. And I think Overload only has like 13 or 14 levels, so that's... Oh, shoot.
The wall closed in front of the wall, but it's the same texture. Okay, I see.
Yeah, no, what happened was I accidentally hit the light bulb that triggered that wall. So...
Oh, okay. Grates aren't real, apparently.
Nope.
Or at least this one wasn't.
No. But I have invulnerability for another 22 seconds. Hey!
Oh, hey, one of those mini-bosses. Haven't seen them forever.
But I'm invulnerable, so I don't really care. But yeah, basically there's a lot of Descent levels, and a lot of time. There's a lot of game, okay? That's the reason why it's a mega thread.
Well, I mean, just to be fair, like, again, after the first few levels, levels 1 through 3 of any, base game are usually tutorials, thankfully with no message boxes in them. But after that, they kind of just learn they expect you to learn by doing. That's just how you play games this early on. They just throw you into the deep end and say, hey, if you get lost in a maze, it's your own fault. Read the map.
Yeah, people...
And also, go ahead.
People bitch about excessive tutorials in video games nowadays, but I have seen people on YouTube not understand shit that was explained in the tutorial as it's being explained.
Yeah, getting a tutorial just right so that it's useful, but also people will read it and understand it, and remember it half an hour later, is pretty hard. I mean, usually the tutorial's one of the last things that they make in a game, of course, because A, they've got to finalize the mechanics, and B, they have to learn how to play the game themselves before they can teach others to play it.
What was it? Back when Homeworld Remastered came out, I remember watching some guy going, oh yeah, I'm an old hand at Homeworld, I know exactly what to do. And the guy basically spends 30 minutes on the first level going, what do I do? What do I do?
But to tie back into the map thing, the developers still, listened to the people who said that we were getting stuck and, lost in Descent 1. So they did give you the guide bot that you can optionally use in Descent 2. So that'll help lead you around to keys and the exit to the reactor or the mine or whatever. But you don't have to let him out if you don't want to either. So if you're in a hurry, you can just leave him be. But if you like being led around or being given a hint as to where to go, then he's there.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, having that choice is pretty progressive. I mean, there's a lot of games that don't even behave that well nowadays.
No, they... Oh, die, you son of a bitch. Oh, I heard somebody else go off.
Yeah, now those guys have been around for long enough that the day could well come that they just put 2 sniper RNs in the same room. I think he might be on the other side of, that grate in that area you flew out of a little while ago, I think. That might be where he is.
But, there we go. Killed the thief bot off screen.
Not a very flashy way of getting rid of him, but effective nonetheless.
If it works, it works.
Yep, and that's why I leave mines behind me.
But yeah, this is just taking a look at this level size right here. That's pretty standard for descent levels. Maybe they even get a little bit larger than that, even.
Yeah, they do. But you can see that even, like, that huge blue section on the map, which is basically a case of, oh yeah, I still have to go back there, because that's the red, behind the red door.
That mini-boss was not able to really turn around to get you there, was he?
No. I mean, the mini-bosses are here, the Fusion Hulks, I should say, but they're not really a threat in any way.
It seems like you've got so much cover here that, like, even their fast, long-range shots just don't really stand that much chance of getting you.
No. I mean, back when we first met the Fusion Hulk back in Descent 1, I even pointed out how the level geometry was designed to give you an advantage over them by providing cover or letting you approach it from where it can't see you.
And here it just kind of seems like they're set up as turrets, and even if they notice you, you can probably... Like, you're probably only going to get hit by them once. Whereas those other, like, those sniper guys are so flighty and rapid firing that you can take a lot of damage off of them.
Mm-hmm. But, you know...
Oh, there we go.
I figure, you know what? It's time... Let's do this classic style. Fusion versus fusion.
That was a lot of shots.
Yeah, another reason why I don't like the fusion gun in this game, like, they toned down the damage, and even the charge for it just doesn't really have the same oomph that it had in the first game. But it was
all worth it just to flex on that one robot. Unfortunately, yes. Robots are the least satisfying enemy because they can't show shame.
Yeah. I outfought a guy using his own gun.
I'm sorry if I'm not talking much, I'm just...
No, that's fine, It's like,
No, I'm looking at this gameplay, because, I'm trying to imagine me trying to do this, and I can't. I do not have this amount of hand-eye coordination.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it kind of ramps up to this. This is not where you start out.
Yeah, and part of it is I've got a lot of practice under my belt, so I do practice runs, and I do have,
Andy uses a lot of save restores, but don't tell anybody.
Yeah. I edit out the parts where I screw up.
I guess another thing that is worth mentioning that's also a little easy to overlook is that this mine seems to be kind of mixing together those sniper RNs that have both the Gauss cannon and the flash missiles, with some of those like regular guys with only the Gauss cannon but not the flash missiles, and it makes me wonder, like, maybe this is like a difficulty adjustment kind of thing. Like, I'm wondering if maybe on Hotshot or Insane or whatever, more of those guys get replaced by the sniper RNs, so maybe it's like a percentile replacement kind of deal.
No, it just affects enemy. It affects enemy health. It affects the amount of energy and shields you get from each power up, but it doesn't actually affect enemy placement or enemy type.
Oh, so there's no like conditional spawning based upon difficulty?
No, as far as I know, no.
That's a little strange.
Well,
I prefer that to enemy buffs.
Yeah, like just pumping up the numbers is one thing.
It depends on the game. Like, if the game is based on tactics, I'd prefer you just make the enemies tougher. But if it's like Doom or something, yeah, just give me more enemies of the same health.
Well, actually, I do remember that on higher difficulties, the enemy spawners will run for longer, and on the highest difficulty, they never shut off once they're turned on.
Can you destroy the spawners?
No.
Nope, they're just animated wall textures, so they're invisible and invincible.
Ah.
They're one of those.
But
hey, the game is at least polite enough to let you know that there even is a spawner right there. And additionally, like whenever you're, in the common, you pick up a key and then monsters spawn, like they always come out of an actual door. Like they don't just teleport in. They have to actually come from a physical location in the level geometry. So you can often spot those doors of like, oh, you can't open this door message. So at least you know where they're coming from.
And I do not apologize at all for rampant abuse of the guided missile.
Now see, this is what you want to save those guided missiles for. You wouldn't waste them killing mid-tier enemies now, would you?
I totally would. And that was me forgetting that I still had the guided missiles active.
And, okay, now see, this is the nice thing I appreciate about DLCs, is that you can just do silly things like putting conveyor belts in the floors that don't do anything.
Well, they're also
just play around with the capabilities of the engine that don't really get use otherwise.
Well, it's the same thing that they do to make water textures work, but they just used a non-water, non-lava texture on it.
Yeah, makes sense. So, are you ever going to turn on that cheat code that makes all the walls wavy?
No, I'm not going to turn on cheat codes. Why would I do that?
Oh, right, I forgot. You're going for the high score.
That's what I want you to think.
So, thinking about other stuff that's been going on, did you see the Harry Potter game preview?
Which one?
The RPG one, the one we've been waiting for since we first heard there was a Harry Potter.
Oh yes, set in the 1800s, you're going to Hogwarts.
You get to do all the cool shit you always wanted to do. You get to get sorted into a house, get to go to class, get to be a cool
so you get
wizard.
a Fire Emblem-esque My Unit, then?
I don't know. They only had that one preview, but... And the best part, J.K. Rowling is not involved.
Alright. Good show.
I am 100% down for this video game. I gotta tell you, I've been playing Wasteland 3, and that's also a really good purchase. The soundtrack in that game is phenomenal. They have this slow cover of America the Beautiful, and also this really weird sort of techno-y cover of Battle Hymn of the Republic. And because it's post-apocalyptic but 80s, they also have a Monster Mash-esque cover of they also have a cover of Everybody Wang Chung Tonight that's really slow.
I mean, I'm actually kind of interested in that. Like, that's... You can really tell, like, what am I trying to say here? That when the composers are given a chance to try and improvise, that really helps bring out, like, makes the tracks more interesting, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I remember battling the Gippers, which is this faction that worships an AI of Ronald Reagan. And and America the Beautiful starts playing. And it's just a guy. It's a guy singing like Reagan talks. So he's like, "America, the beautiful, God rest his." And yeah, it was.
I think I can hear it now.
Well, back to the game here. I'm at that point where I'm like, okay, am I going to have to reload here because I've only got 9 shields left.
You're fine. You got 9 spare health. 0 counts in this game. They're nice like that. And you will get refilled up to 100 when you get to the next level, right? I think that's how that works.
Yep, unless it's a secret level.
Oh, that's an interesting wrinkle then. Yeah, so these reactors, nothing too special on their own. They really rely on other enemies to defend them. I mean, I've seen other games where reactors in and of themselves are just spew projectiles all over the place, or they're bosses in and of themselves, so This game doesn't really go that route.
And this is me trying to remember, okay, where's the exit? Where's the exit? Where did I put the exit?
Is it behind the sofa?
Yes, it is. Actually, the sofa is back here.
It's smaller than a breadbasket.
Yep. But thank you guys. See you next time.